The trial in the high-profile Dominion Voting Systems lawsuit against Fox begins tomorrow in Delaware. And let's face it, much of the mainstream media is rather openly rooting for Fox to lose. I can assure you that I will provide fair and down-the-middle coverage of this $1.6 billion suit about coverage of false election fraud claims in 2020, despite the fact that I work here. And with that, it's been a very rough week for Fox. Judge Eric Davis imposed a sanction on the network, said he would likely start an investigation of whether its legal team withheld evidence, and would very likely name a special master to handle that probe. One part of Dominion's objection, that Fox didn't disclose that Rupert Murdoch has two titles, chairman of Fox Corporation and executive chairman at Fox News. That one basically an honorary title. But after the judge expressed unhappiness with the situation, Fox apologized for what it called a misunderstanding. But here's the important part, the part that prompted the judge to question whether Fox withheld key material and to say that Dominion will be able to take more depositions, with Fox making such people available and footing the bill. Abby Grossberg, a now-fired Fox producer from Maria Bartiromo, who has filed a separate lawsuit against Fox, said in a filing that she had audio recordings of Bartiromo pre-interviewing Trump lawyers Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell. Dominion accused Fox of withholding that evidence, but a Fox spokesperson said the network didn't even know about these tapes until March 20th, then accessed Grossberg's phone and provided them within 15 days. Two of the recordings were played in court and also leaked to MSNBC, and one of them, when Maria asked about proof for some fraud accusations that Giuliani was making, saying, "What about the software, this Dominion software?" He hesitated, saying, "That's a little harder." Now, that's not all. In other pretrial rulings, Judge Davis undercut part of Fox's defense. The judge said Fox News cannot argue that it carried false allegations of election fraud by Trump allies because they were newsworthy. Judge Davis said, just because someone is newsworthy doesn't mean you can defame someone. Fox also contends that other network hosts and guests told viewers there was no convincing evidence that the election had been rigged. But the judge said you can't absolve yourself of defamation merely by putting somebody on at another time to say something different. But in a ruling favorable to Fox, the judge said Dominion cannot bring up January 6th except in the most narrow circumstances because the Capitol riot is not part of the trial. A Fox statement says Dominion's lawsuit is a political crusade in search of a financial windfall, but the real cost would be cherished First Amendment rights. While Dominion has pushed irrelevant and misleading information to generate headlines, Fox News remains steadfast in protecting the rights of a free press. Given a verdict for Dominion and its private equity owners would have grave consequences for the entire journalism profession. The case may well turn on the jury's view of whether Fox acted with actual malice, generally a very high bar for plaintiffs until now. I'm leaving after the show, and we'll cover the beginning of the trial from Wilmington.